Wilderness is valuable. I think it's one of the biggest catalysts of change here at Red Top. For lots of programs, you walk around in a circle and you do the same thing over and over. A kid that comes and participates in all the wilderness programs at Red Top ends up winter camping and telemark skiing right here in the Snake River Mountains, ends up going to southern Utah and backpacking through like the Escalante desert landscape, ends up walking 100 miles through the Wyoming or the Salt River Range or the west slope of the Tetons, and then ends up doing a week-long service project, adopt a trail with the Forest Service here in our local mountains. There's a million teachable moments in the wilderness. I think that it's a catalyst for change because it's the relationships that get built in the wilderness everything's accelerated. And yeah, I mean, I think it gives kids a chance to like participate in community, beauty, mystery. The other part that it really affects is being part of something, being part of a group to where I'm carrying breakfast and you're carrying the stove and I need you, you need me. And if I don't do my part, then you're affected. If you don't do yours, I'm affected. So those dynamics in a small group in the mountains for 24 days exposes the holes and highlights the strengths. And for a lot of kids, it's the first time probably feeling like they're part of something. You know, lots of kids maybe get that in like a football team or theater or something. These kids, a lot of times that's the first time they've participated in that. We have 4 pieces, wilderness, school, the milieu, which is a fancy word, I didn't know what it meant until I started working here, that just means daily living, and then therapy. So they do individual therapy, group therapy, several times a week. A kid who comes in here and doesn't have any exposure leaves a year later and has built trail, winter camped and telemark skied and lived in the snow for 5 days, backpacked in the desert, and then rock climbed and backpacked through the mountains right around here. The wilderness part is so much a part of Red Top's culture that it becomes, I mean, you see the prayer flags and the skis on the wall. So the skis, we call them totem skis. We'd take them out on the winter trip, and that's what goes in each camp. Each kid decorates a little piece of it, and we hang that in each camp to kind of remind us what our goals are and what our focus is. And the flags are the same thing. We tell the story to the kids. Kind of the short version of the prayer flags is you hang those up there with your wishes and your dreams, and then the wind blows on them and then puts that out in the world. I would want somehow to encapsulate, like, this is like a kid coming in here and a kid leaving a year later or however long later. I'd want to encapsulate what I see in that year. I come and work with them 5 days a week. I see the growth, I see the change, and I genuinely see kids that I know that their trajectory in their life has been changed, like, for sure. Like, they were going one way and now they're going a different way. A 14-year-old kid who hasn't had much opportunity and has had a lot of things go the hard way is going to have a different life because of the work that people did here and because of the work that happens here. There's not more worthy kids than these kids to have like some opportunity and some energy put their direction.